We're going to move on now to our next guest, our next eminent speaker. Now, like I said earlier, there are 8 reasons why this MSc course is unique. Our next speaker is on the executive board of SIT. The reputation and expertise of the people on SIT's boards is a key differentiator. What they have is they have a genuine influence on the future success of SIT students, connecting them with their own networks in the computer science and technology industries. I mean, there are so many exciting elements of this course, such as how can SIT help you build hardware, algorithms, and software for quantum computers? How can they do that? Simple. Many people on SIT governing boards are working on the bleeding edge of quantum computing to build practical computing devices superior to anything classic. I want to also stress, and this is the element of this course that I love, it's the interdisciplinary nature of this MSc course. Just look at the focus on, say, advanced material sciences, solving hard computing problems for development of new advanced materials and using advanced materials to solve hard computing problems. I could go on, but I think there's a man who knows a little bit more about this course than me. I want to introduce Professor Mauro Pezzé. He's Professor of Software Engineering at SIT. He's the heart, he's the soul of this MSc, and he's here, of course, to speak about the university's new MSc program in computer science and software engineering. Mauro, I'll hand the floor over to you.
Oh, thanks you, Marco. Thanks a lot. Yes, my goal is to actually tell you about the master that I started with the help of the big team. I see your questions coming in. I see you actually are very interested in many different topics. So many of them will be addressed in the talk. You're asking whether you can, what are the requirements to access the master. You ask whether a bachelor is okay. Yes, a bachelor is enough to actually access the master. Better if it is in computer science or software engineering. We do accept people with masters with bachelor in different disciplines that can actually be trained accordingly. I see questions about scholarships. Yes, we do have scholarship. We want to actually award the best of you. And so if you are really good, and you can apply and you will actually succeed. I see questions about the contest that we just completed. Yes, we do have specific dedicated scholarship for the people who actually got the best performance in our contest. But let me actually go ahead and tell you a bit about the master before continuing. So there are several issues or several reasons to join the master. Okay, and I actually try to get through this. Okay, let me actually go through the 7 reasons that I actually want to actually think. Okay, you think about. I think the speeches before mine gave you a lot of motivation to start the master. Okay, to start the master in computer science. The main question is why SIT? Why start a master at SIT? Why don't actually go to a different master? There are so many masters in computer science and software engineering around the globe. So what is special in SIT? Well, we have a few elements that we believe are really, really special. Okay, and why we are so special and others are not? Because we are new. Joining SIT means joining a completely new program. Now, I remember a long time ago, I talked to a colleague of mine and I asked, the same question. So why I should actually join your master, which is a new university, in a new topic, never seen. And you say, look, that's because if you start from scratch, you don't have any legacy behind. You can really build something which is new and innovative. You don't have to actually satisfy the millions or tens of professors who are very willing to teach you the classic topics. You can do something completely new. And that's what we do. We have a completely new program. And with a new program, which is actually a program that is not just computer science, it's not just software engineering, it's the only master, I believe, that blends the 2 disciplines, computer science and software engineering. We need science and engineering to build software. We have a completely new program that is not just technical. Actually, Igor was really clear in terms of, you need help. You need help. You can be the best technical guy in the world, and you can have the best idea in the world, and then you really need people to actually have business idea, and you need people to actually know how to actually lead a company, lead an enterprise, a team. And that's what we do. We have a unique blending between technical education, business education, and leadership. People. Sergey gave you a very, very good example of a long list of people. Yes, we do access top people worldwide. And it's not just Sergey, it's not just me, it's not just Igor, it's you. You as students will access these people. Teaching. Oh, it's easy to say, you know, we are in the coronavirus era, so yes, everything goes online. We are online right now, you know, no. This is not what we do. It's not just going online. Going online is easy, you know. You get a good account, you get a good system, and you blah, blah, blah on the web. No, we do completely different. We actually have a completely new technology to teach, which we designed before the coronavirus, which allow people to work in teams as in the reality. The reality is that right now, you do not work in a team which is sitting in the same room, the same table every time. You work in a team which is sitting worldwide. And we start in a team which is sitting worldwide, and tell you why a bit later. Other enormous advantage, research and industry. Somebody asked about the double degree, about with CMU, with NUS. We do have top leading universities, which are our partners, work with us, come up with us, and give you access to double degrees. Yes, you can get 2 degrees. Give you access to people in that universities, give you access to new courses. We also have extremely good access to leading companies in this environment. I myself, you know, remember a few months ago, spending time with a technical guy from Williams race car, asking about how they actually measure the flow of air on the racing car in Formula One. And that was not just like a quick talk. I was sitting with the guy near the car to see how the sensors work, because that's what means access to leading people in industry. Okay, we do have a double degree. We mentioned that already, but that's actually very important. We actually joined. You know, it's not just like you get not just a double degree. You get an intercontinental degree. You get a European degree and a North American degree. A European degree and an Asian degree in top universities. And yes, we do have scholarship, because we do understand that what is important for us, for the company, for the university, for the country, is not to get the opportunity to people who can afford to study, but to give the opportunity to people who actually have the ability and the willingness to study. And that's why we have important scholarships. Now, let me actually give you a couple of more information about these 7 points. First one, I talked about an exciting program, okay? We mentioned that already. You need technical skills. You need to really be technically deep in different areas, but you also need to be able to manage, to do business. You also need to be able to actually have some be a leader. And so technical skills is not just the classic software engineering, computer science master. We do have leading edge technology. It's quality engineering, data science, cyber protection, architectural structure, deep learning, software engineering, quantum informatics. So basically, we actually get to the point that we merge together all what you need to know, and it's very unlikely you got it in the bachelor. So you need a strong bachelor, but you can actually get much more than the bachelor. Management, you know, management means product, means process, means design, means transformation, means being in an evolving and transformational market. Leadership, being able to build your own company, being able to actually be a leader in a company, being able to actually look at how the company works. If we study agile leadership, we study customer-centric mindset, we study human social psychology. We also have another element, which is leaders in research and business. Okay, well, you can say it's me. Yes, it's me. Actually, you know, I don't want to step back. You know, I am the editor-in-chief of HCM Transactional Software Engineering and Methodology, which is one of the two top leading journals in software engineering. I am the co-author of an important influential book. I actually graduated 25 PhD students. They are now full professor at Georgia Tech, top university in US, that are now professors in Politecnico di Milano, top university in Italy, that are leading scientists in India, top centers for cybersecurity in Spain. So it's access to, I actually did my best to actually build a program that gives you access to whom? It gives you access to many other people. It gives you access to give access to Sergey. We actually saw Sergey. You know, it's a person, or it's a leader who actually built a billion company and is leading a billion company value. We give access to Rene, who is the third top highest paid marketing executive. We give access to Barry, who is one of the most important experts of human polygraph. We give access to Arthur, which is professor on quantum physics, leading in how to actually use quantum physics to get quantum cryptography. We give access to Anton, who is a professor of operational decision science, how to actually manage in an agile way. We give access to Candid, who is the lead of a global Symantec security response team. It's actually the one who is working on Symantec security. We give access to many people. Stan, Bruce, Kostya, Nobel Prize winner. So you get the right information. You know how you actually, these people got the leadership, and you can actually talk to them directly. Third element, teaching style. That's tough to explain, you know. I actually mentioned that as agile, flip learning, blended, distributed learning. What does it mean? Okay, it does not mean that I sit in my classroom and speak and you listen to me online or offline. No, it means that you sit with me, with the TA, with your mate in the classroom all together, but doesn't have to be physical sitting, needs to be mental sitting. You sit in the class being physically in Schaffhausen, or being in Carnegie Mellon, or being in NUS, or being in Moscow, or being in Madrid, or being in London, or being in Kyoto. You sit with us. You sit with us through the internet, and you work with us actively, exactly as you do while working on a team in a company. You know, when you actually think about Google, they have labs all around the world. There are people working in Europe, in North America, in South America, in Asia, in Africa, all for Google. They don't move every single day to actually meet together. They actually do meet together every day, and they do work together. That's what I mean when I say actually the online remote working teams. You will work and live and study in this unique way, which allow us to go beyond the border of the limitation of the infection, beyond the limitation of restriction, beyond the limitation of physical presence, even beyond the limitation of visas. We actually sit down all together in the intellectual way. We're talking about direct access to world-leading research centers, not just the leading people, but the research centers. You have direct access to the growing reality of SIT. We get access to the software engineering lab, to the software quality lab, for the new coming cybersecurity lab, to the AI lab, to the robotics lab, to the quantum technology labs, to the advanced materials. Not all of them are in SIT right now. In many cases, we actually rely on our collaborators or friends. But yes, you will be sitting with us, and you will be accessing academic research labs in SIT and in the partners universities. You have what is called a full-fledged industrial experience, which is not just during the master, not just after, but before, both during and after the master. What does it mean concretely? Because it's easy to say, yes, we do have a lot of possibility to work with industry. Yes, but it means that the master has a specific activity, which we call capstone project, where people sit down with us and work on projects, problems that are given to us by industry. So it's actually currently hard industrial problems that we want to solve with you in the courses. So you see how to apply what you learn into the course directly. Internship, you know, we do have a very big network, and everybody will be given the opportunity to spend the summer in a company, getting the direct hands-on experience. One thing which is unique, every university today has a research thesis. Every university has industry thesis. So you do a thesis on a research topic, you do a thesis on an industrial project. We do have a third kind of thesis, which nobody else does, which is called startup thesis. You can actually design and create your own startup, which is not just a plain simple exercise. You design a business plan around an idea and you get a good grade. No, you get access to people who are leading in venture capital funds. You get access to people who are leading in the team organization. You get access to the startup or the incubator or the technology park of SIT, where you can actually not only see your thesis awarded, because a good thesis for creating a company, but you can create and build your company if it's really strong. We have access to industry leaders. We have access to privileged career opportunities. We give you the opportunity to learn what really you want to actually be able to access. You know, we want to really give you the opportunity during and at the end of the master to actually get interviews with leaders, companies worldwide, in the region you prefer, in the area you prefer, and get privileged access if you're good, really good in that. And you will because you will be actually our graduate. We are talking about programs. We have one program. We have one master, which is a Master of Science in Computer Science and Software Engineering. But we do have additional opportunities. We do have what we call fast track. We do have what we call double degree. What is a classic program? 4 terms, study, internship if you want, study, thesis. Or you can actually move the thesis within the second and the third semester and within the summer. And so it's called the fast track. During the first semester, if you're really good, you can apply to that and you can finish in 3 semesters instead of 4. We are talking about the double degree. 1 semester at SIT, apply to the double degree. 2nd semester at SIT, get ready to move to North America, get ready to move to Singapore, get ready to actually get 2 degrees with 1 year in SIT, 1 year in the partner university, and a summer thesis at the end. How much it costs? What do we have? Well, we do actually have a program which is accessible to everybody, but we do also have a couple of very important elements, which is facilities and scholarships. Admission, very simple. You have a bachelor, go to our website, fill out a form, and you will get a couple of more request for a couple of more documents, and your application is filed, and if you qualify, you are admitted. We need you to apply as soon as possible, because especially if you are a student with non-EU visa, just because we need to actually get you a visa for you to come to Schaffhausen. We also would like everybody to apply before the beginning of the master, which is September 1st, especially if you have an EU visa. You can apply to the fast track or the joint degree during the first semester. So once you actually get admitted in the master and you actually perform in the master, you can apply and get elements. We do have scholarship for everybody. We have this fantastic facility, which is you pay the first semester, you get a very good grade, and you get exempted for the second semester. You continue with the good grade and you get exempted for the first semester. So we really want the best students not to actually be limited by the fee. And we also have scholarship that pay full scholarship to go to North America, full scholarship to go to Asia, full scholarship to stay, and part scholarship to stay with us in SIT in Schaffhausen. And I've seen some questions coming in. We do have the opportunity now to go for more questions. I have a question for you if you want to actually continue, which is, okay, I have two questions for you. Question number one, what is the best opportunity you see to come to SIT? Why you would actually choose SIT? And the second one, what is the best limitation you see for not coming to SIT? So that I can discuss it with you in the question and answer section and give you some hints about that. Thank you.